recognize also something, and I want to give to anybody, to everyone, to put it to you, that sometimes there is a deep, unrecognized message inside your being that you're going to fail. Many people have it. Some people have it for a short time, and then they outgrow this seed message. And the thing is, it's not easily detectable. But it is discernible for me, because I see it's as though you're living a very apologetic life, like apologizing for your existence. And I see this feeling in you, and it's not what I know to be true. So I'm pointing it out, it's not just you. And if this message is inside you, unrecognized, you spend a lot of your time trying to prove yourself to the world. But you have not proved yourself to you. And so by speaking, I'm exposing it. That it doesn't belong with you, it's a foreign body. We don't know how it came in. But it's not a therapy class, I'm not looking for where it came in through what door. But in speaking like this, give a chance for you to see that perhaps there is a sort of message inside my system that is very much lacking in faith in what is being shared, what is being offered. So even really at the very altar you are in apology. At the place of freedom you are still in apology. Walking on the street you're like a prisoner. In your relationship you're not good enough. And that is not the truth. And actually, truth is greater than even good enough and not good enough. So these are the messages that come with a life of personhood. But it's also wrapped lots of mixed messages. Once you've taken that message, you can pick up a lot of other messages, cousins and aunties and stuff, to this other message that you're not good enough. And so whatever you hear, it's not able to override that. It's as though that there is some deep reflex inside to cringe every time I point to you. It's like something's being exposed, and it's being protected, and it's being protected not by the truth of yourself, but by the untrue self or sense of self. The very one who says, I'm struggling, Babaji, please help me, and stuff. This one is also not you. It's a well-accepted voice, a version of self that is not true. And your time in coming here is to come to a clear recognition of that, and either it gets burped out, or you come, more importantly, to recognize that you are earlier than that. This message I've been sharing with you, it's not been allowed to come in because it's met with this resistance, like, it's so hard for me, Babaji, and my mind is saying this, and my mind is like, your mind is your boss. Your mind is saying it can only be appealing for your attention, which readily you give it because you're ready. He cannot come to someone and with any kind of power who is awake to the truth of themselves. He will come and knock at the door that he might be received, you see that voice. Actually in you is the self, consciousness, which is able to manifest into personhood, because the person is also a mode of consciousness. It also goes by the name I. I, person, I, consciousness, I, God, I, absolute. All connection. But when it extends out into personhood, then it's like it's It's going to experience a lot of turbulence, insecurity, all of that. So something has caused us to extend as far out into personhood, and then all that comes in the realm of personhood, now you must use to find your way back to your original nature, which is not elsewhere placed from you, not in time and space, but in the subtlety of your own being, why you came here. So from what I'm sharing with you, if you listen, you'll see, but actually it's true, because at whatever it is that's been arising through my mind or the senses from any region of time, from past or present or projected future, all of this is stuff that they're tourists. They come and they may have stopovers or whatever. Some is applying for residency, which you offer them at some level, but generally they're on the move. And they are witness to be on the move, but perhaps you are not aware that every visitor has had to leave you. If they don't leave you and they're not welcome, they're a squatter, no? You want to have squatter in your house? You can invite for a night or so, but when you see they're not the good company they promised to be, then you have to be able to send them on their way. Now if they tell you, no, we're not going, I'm actually redecorating the room. What you going to do? All of this to test your resolve and to test your faith and to test your being established in your heart. You see? At a little bit on from this, maybe a matter of sitting deeply with it. It could be a matter of days or weeks or months even. You are regaining your power, that they cannot tell you who you are anymore. You've cut off those ears. They cannot hear that anymore because you've grown in a deeper strength. Now your ears are for listening more deeply in you. There's a place within you that I'm pointing to where you don't have to meet me. We're there. You see, but the play that happens, that represents the sense of yourself in time and space, and this is happening, and it's building up a file of what your life looks like. Even when it makes you feel you're going forward, it holds you back from awakening to the truth of yourself. In a way, you may be ahead of those who have not recognized it, who misread it to be, yeah, I'm sailing, whoa. You may be ahead because actually you are coming to a place you can't bear much of it. It's making such mess. And then when you maybe have some space to hear what I'm showing you, what I'm telling you is so simple. Because it is there already. It's not even a skill that you need to develop necessarily, but an exercise that you look. Because all these things, they are visitors, they come. But every time they come, they command almost your full attention. So much so that maybe you can't even look after your kids, not able to go to your work because they're just, Anybody know this type of thing? A regular visitor or a now and again visitor. That it paralyzes your functioning and your attention is a bit imprisoned by it. So today all this is going to have to go. And so you carry on now, working for the mafia, doing his work for yourself. He says, no, he doesn't have to, because he's behind the scenes smoking a cigar, watching you, running around, beating yourself up. So this feeling of this, but I am, because I find that it's cutting my life. Or some of that voice, it comes from because even the ego is connected to the self at some point. But I'm redirecting your energy to the place that's never left you. Actually, it is not it and you. It is you. You are it. But somehow that perfect harmony has been somehow camouflaged. That's all that can happen. It cannot destroy it. It can only hide. The reality of yourself cannot be destroyed. Anybody tell you, oh, it is not destroyed? Yeah, you can destroy your life and its function, and it can do all kinds of things. Darkness can come in, but it cannot destroy your essence. Satsang is to bring you back to conscious awareness of your essence, not as an object of perception. And even in your ignorant state, it's there, but you don't look. You're looking from another. It's like you're here, but you're living like you're here. And here you never visit here, but here cannot, because without this is not. But still, with or without this is still here. So that's the simple diagram of your being. Like, I heard them say, I'm not very scientific orientation, they say that, we're living in maybe a fraction of percentage of our potential. I don't know if people mean by that the potential of your creative outpouring, or the potential of how amazing you can do to create things, or just amazing in who you are. I don't think they're talking about that yet. What you can do, because we all want to use it to get something, and it will still be something phenomenal. But to realize yourself, not to learn, not to know in this kind of artificial, that's what I call artificial intelligence actually. Is ego knowledge, but to be fully established again, so to speak, in your original nature, which is all the time you are going to find out, but it's here. The mind will put it like, whoa, you have to give everything up, go live in Himalaya cave for 6 months. It will put all this, and it may catch you even with that. So where is it? That which is your natural being. Because once we have taken the name of personhood, it is on a mission to conquer whatever its projections are of the world it wants to attain. And even if it could attain the whole world, it still will not be ultimately satisfied. You will become jealous of another one who is conquering another world. That's the nature of ego. So now, having said that, no. All this stuff. Some people ask, how can I stop it? How can I stop my mind? How can I, be free of it? Some people tell, yeah, they're going to brainwash you. Some people say, I very much want to brainwash, actually, if I could get one. But I'm saying, don't worry about all of this. No detergent necessary. You're looking. Allow whatever it is that comes up. You can go and sit anytime. You don't have to plan what should come, because it comes anyway. It's the first thing before you pick up anything at all. Take a moment just to let go. At least have the attitude of letting go of. That I can perceive, the functioning of perceiving is going on, but that doesn't mean that there should be attachment to the things you perceive. Now that may sound easier to say, because in the moment some things will come that they're just like this, like a reflex in you, it just reignites identity with it. Still it's phenomenal, and still you must be the one who perceive it. But there, because you have not exercised your centering in your seeing, the mind-oriented self quickly dismisses it. And that's why I say there can appear to be a power functioning in you that is not in support of your freedom. Yes or no, you see it or not. Very easy distractions, or you say, I'm distracted, and you're going for this, and look here, gives you a lollipop and you go, because that's what catch you each time, like that. So we're just breaking these things down into chewable pieces, no? There's come a time very soon when singularly or collectively you will recognize what that is and just,